Minister of Budget and National Planning, Senator Abubakar Bagudu, has reaffirmed federal government's resolve to eliminate poverty by 2030. He made the affirmation during a multi-stakeholder dialogue in Abuja. The dialogue, themed Rethinking Poverty Reduction Strategies in Nigeria, serves as a platform for evidence-based reflection and collaboration among key stakeholders on the deepening poverty crisis across the country and identify more transformative, inclusive and sustainable strategies to improve living standards of vulnerable communities. ADBN's correspondent Edidiong Ibanga tells us more.
According to World Bank's October 2025 Nigeria Development Update, an alarming rise in multidimensional poverty from 133 million in 2022 to 139 million in 2025 affects 61% of country's population despite ongoing macroeconomic reforms. These figures highlight the widening gap between policy intentions and the lived realities of millions of Nigerians. Speaking during the event, Minister of Budget and National Planning, Senator Abubakar Bagudu, emphasized that poverty has been a major issue in Nigeria and beyond, highlighting that the statistics are consequences of choices made over decades of underinvestment in critical sectors.
Our renewed hope agenda strategy, is it the right thing, or can we calibrate it, or can we do better? What are we saying? Well, we in the strategy we are saying we have to get the macroeconomy predictable and going into the right direction so that it can generate revenue, so that it can attract investment.
However, Country Director ActionAid Nigeria Dr. Andrew Mamidu criticized macroeconomic indicators that celebrate GDP growth hovering around the 4.2% mark, stating it does not translate into meaningful livelihoods for citizens. He advocated for a people-centered approach and accountability from states and local governments.
We need to rethink our strategy. We need to hold our government accountable. It's not just only the federal government. We will hold the federal government accountable. We need to see our money work better for us. But we also need to hold the state government and the local government accountable, who hold the majority of these resources, who actually, where the people living in poverty are staying. There's no place called federal government. The only place that the federal government might, though they are contesting it, might say, oh, it's our jurisdiction, is the Federal Capital Territory.
Stakeholders at the event share their views.
What we do in MBS in terms of estimating poverty is that we go to these households over a period of 1 year and we collect their expenditure and their consumption for a period of a year to estimate, to take care of seasonalities, so that when we come out with the figures, these figures are the actual experiences of households and not just forecasted.
Instructively, the World Bank's NDU called for urgent actions to reduce inflation, enhance public spending efficiency, and expand social protection. If there is one lesson from 2 decades of development discourse, it is that development is essentially about people, not merely things like infrastructure. Fiscal responsibility puts people back at the center of economic management, including provision of infrastructure.
The high-level conversation brought together policymakers, civil societies, development partners, academia, private sector actors, and community representatives to reflect on country's poverty trends and chart a path toward inclusive development. Edidiong Ibanga, ADBN News.